a little side chapel just around from the Blessed Sacrament, and these guards came in and they trashed the altar and they ripped open the tabernacle and they pulled out the chalice and threw it on the ground. And while this was happening, the local priest was kind of hiding in one of the side doors, and he was looking through, and he knew that in the chalice was 32 hosts, and they spread all the floor, and he hid away in the thing. And this little girl watched all this happen. The guards kind of stormed off and just broke more things and left the church. And this little girl came over and knelt in front of where all these, where the Blessed Sacrament had been all thrown all over the floor, and knelt there and prayed for an hour in front of them. And at the end of the hour, she knelt down in front of one of them and bent down and with her tongue consumed one of the hosts. There was back then when people weren't allowed to touch the host with their hands or anything, so she consumed it with her tongue. She then came back the next day, prayed there with all the hosts all spread over the floor for an hour, and then consumed another host. This is all the time while there were guards constantly around the churches and killing people. And she did this for another 30 days, each doing a holy hour every day. And at the last day, she consumed, after paying another hour of holy hour, she consumed the last host. But when she went to stand back up, she made a slight noise near the front of the church. And one of the guards who had been pillaging in the back of the church heard this, because there was no one else in the church. It was just deserted, everything was all deserted, and started chasing her, and she ran out of the church and ran across the road. And this guard beat her to death in the middle of the road with the back of his gun. And Archbishop Fulton Sheen said that if that little girl could make one holy hour every day with that sort of devotion, then I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of my life. And from when he was young to when he died, he made one holy hour every single day for the rest of his life. And I think that if there's one thing that we could maybe put as a New Year's resolution, starting halfway through the year, would be to make a daily holy hour. Often it's quite hard to find time in the day to make a holy hour. And I'll tell you, you won't actually find time for a holy hour. You actually have to make time for a holy hour. It's like prayer, you never really find time. Oh, here's 15 minutes free for prayer. No, you just got to make it. You've got to lock it in and do it. And I can guarantee that if you do a holy hour every day for the rest of your life, you will be a saint, without a doubt. And you will have an absolutely huge impact on society and on the world and on bringing the kingdom of God. I think it's a huge thing. So if there's one thing like that, do that, and everything else will flow from that.
Faith on Tap doesn't count as a holy hour.
No, don't do it a holy hour.